They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Let's go. Green. Green back.
From midfield, here's Tua. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 11 yards for number 11.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season. Nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass not only his dad, but become a big-time player in their revamped passing game. Nice catch there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Come on, set. 43 rail. On the ball.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Tua now on first down. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, cross field. Hey, check minute.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what it is, game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing is Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets come in with 2 wins on the year, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw again is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On the set.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
1, 10, 6, 7. Field cut. Black open. Ready?
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Ready? Press cut.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's going to... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Now Mostert off the read option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Ball has it knocked loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Set, ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ultra. Go ultra.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Right.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Tua going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Got it. Check, man. Ready?
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay,
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And going deep for Hill. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off Byron Jones. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him to let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Again, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This is Smith with a grab. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick-6. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And some space here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Down. Hey,
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on the From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
No, 52.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Let's go.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Wilson. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go play action with Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Wilson going to throw for it. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Come on, set. Yellow, line. On the ball.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got some space. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. A desperation heave for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 45 yards. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to pass. Tua. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete dominance.